The assembly line of a ship owner is interesting. You have your chartering manager that rents the vessels out or cuts charter day rate agreements with your end customers. You have your operations, your ship operators, which team up with the charterers to make sure that the operations of that vessel happen. You've got your HSEQ managers making sure all the regulatory requirements are met and with port state control inside of there. You've got your ship HSEQ, your ISM guys, like your entire like regulatory side. So you've got HSE, regulatory, and then you have your demurrage types, people that are cleaning up the mess. There's always oil left behind. It's called demurrage. It's a very strange niche in the maritime industry. And then you've got your accounting and finance in your back office. And so the volume of work on that assembly line that occurs around a ship, it's the same thing. It's a charter rate agreement against that vessel. And then the billing has to happen on that vessel, and then operations has to happen. You got to avoid hurricanes. You've got to avoid, issues around the world. There's sometimes ports have pirates, right? There's all different types of stuff that occurs. And so in maritime companies, people tend to take on a lot of different things. Your ship operator might do a little bit of chartering and also might do a little bit of demurrage and all. They end up becoming do-alls because you're essentially managing an asset you can't see. And so there's a lot of vision and market knowledge you need from the vessels on shore to make that happen. An assembly line with a warehouse and logistics hub looks like this. You've got your salesperson going out, selling maybe trucking services to move a third-party logistics warehouse. And so they're trying to get cargo from Walmart to house it in this third-party logistics storage space so that they can deploy those out, and they're making $2 to $5K a pop on each move. And so what does that look like? You've got trucking brokers doing deals, you've got your warehouse workers, you've got all your guys driving forklifts inside, you have your inventory people, you've got your operations people managing everyone moving the inventory, and then you've got your schedulers moving the other trucks that are coming to pick stuff up, and it's essentially a chorus, but inside of there an assembly line exists as well. And then in the shipyard assembly line, you've got your shipyard sales representatives selling big deals, trying to pull ships in. You've got regulatory requirements every 5 years, forcing a ship into a dry dock to do specific types of inspections so that the hulls are secure for the ports that they're visiting. You have ship repair, where something happens and the engine blows and you got to get it fixed quick. And then you've got new build ships, right, where you actually lay the keel of a vessel and someone cuts you $100 million check to build it, and you've got a timeline, you got to get it done in 2 years and manage a budget and keep things tight. Those are all the things you have to manage in the shipyard assembly line. So ships, shipyards, warehouses, production facilities for oil and gas, they're all slightly variants, but if you bring it all down to front, mid, and back, it's all the same. I think people like to make things sound more complicated to protect their base salaries. The truth is, it's all the same. And if you break it down, you can figure that stuff out, and you can get into companies and really make a big impact where you're at. This is Matt Furhman. Thanks for listening.